Here with me now is David Hawkins. He's the editor of The Firewall. And David, big week again in Washington. Democrats have multiple investigations. They are accusing the White House of stonewalling them, of not turning over important documents. And now we heard last week the term constitutional crisis. David, as we stand here today, are we in a constitutional crisis?
I don't think yet. I guess it's clearly a constitutional conflict, but I don't think it's a crisis just yet. To this point, this is still the preliminaries. Congress asked for witnesses. They asked for documents. The president says no. What normally happens, and this happens in every administration, especially when there's a Congress of one party and a president of another. This goes back to Reagan, Bush 41, Clinton, Obama, all of it. Generally what happens is they negotiate. This time the president seems to be saying a blanket no, not now, not ever. What it looks like is going to have to happen is Congress is going to have to take this to court, force it to maybe the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court tells the president he's got to cooperate and then he doesn't cooperate, that's the crisis. But until all three branches of government get involved and the referee, the judicial branch, makes a ruling and one side or the other doesn't obey, I think we have a conflict, but not a crisis. Okay,
and overshadowing all of this has been the I word, impeachment.
Yes.
How does that play into this?
So it's an interesting thing because the courts have been, there's this inherent tug of war, right? The courts have said, yes, the president has the right to keep some things a secret and to have some sort of zone of privacy in his deliberations. The courts have also said Congress has lots of power to do oversight. As I say, generally they work it out. What the courts have said is when Congress is pursuing a legal matter, and impeachment is kind of the ultimate legal matter, they have a strong hand to get the stuff that they want out of the president. Some Democrats say we think that the president is trying to goad us into impeachment, that what this stonewalling is all about is to goad the Democrats into starting an impeachment proceeding, which would be highly problematic politically. The president believes impeachment's a big political winner for him, and the Democrats are worried about that too.
All right, so this potentially could get a lot messier is what you're
almost certainly.
Okay, well, David, you'll be keeping an eye on it for us, and we'll check back in next week. For more stories like these, you can sign up for The Firewall at thefirewall.us.